When you're investigating a suspicious email, one of the first questions that you often want answered is, where did this email actually come from? Now, the claimed sender location and the technical reality are often two very different things. Mesher's geographic tracing feature is designed to close that gap, and it goes further than any other tool on the market does it. Now, every email leaves geographic footprints. It leaves these footprints in its routing path, its sending infrastructure, its IP addresses, and even in the language of the email body itself. Mesher's geo-tracing feature runs two distinct passes to extract and map those signals, giving you the clearest possible picture of where an email originated, where it was received, and whether the sender's claimed location holds up against the technical evidence. Now, the first pass is purely about facts. There's no inference and there's no guesswork here. But immediately following that pass, we run a second pass, which is our geographic analysis pass. So in the first pass, the system examines the email headers for hard location signals embedded in the sending device, the sending infrastructure, and the routing hops in between. If any public IP addresses are present, Mesher immediately runs those against location databases to establish confirmed geographic data points. These are your strongest signals. These are concrete, they're verifiable, and they're very high confidence signals. When they're present, these details anchor everything else. But hard facts aren't always available because senders can mask their IP address. Infrastructure can be anonymized. And that's where most tools stop or fail. And this is where Mesher keeps going. Now, once the factual pass is complete, Mesher takes a second pass where it actively hunts for softer geographic clues. This includes time zone data embedded in email timestamps, hostname naming conventions, so for example, server URLs that contain geographic hints like city codes, regional identifiers, or infrastructure naming patterns. Our system also looks for regional spelling patterns or spelling mismatches that suggest a sender's true origin doesn't match their claimed one. We also look for geographic indicators in the email body itself. So for example, these are things like phone numbers with country codes, signature details, regional event references, local expressions, or time of day language that helps approximate time zone. Now, each of these signals is weaker on its own than a confirmed IP address, and Mesher treats them that way. Strong signals and inferred signals are always clearly distinguished, so you always know exactly how much confidence to place in any finding. Now, once analysis is complete, click on the Location Analysis tab to see your results. Now, this layout mirrors the email's actual journey. On the left, you'll see the sender details. In the center, the hop flow. This is the infrastructure path the email took to reach its destination. And then on the right, the receiver details. So here you'll see it's left to right, start to finish, exactly as it happened. For each side, sender and receiver, here's what you'll find. So first, you'll see location prediction. So this is Mesher's best geographic guess based on all available signals. This might be as specific as a city or region or as broad as a country, a continent, or even time zone area. The system will only go as specific as the evidence supports. It won't overreach. Next here, what you'll see is time zone. This is the detected time zone of both sender and receiver. Then below that, you'll see that we have geographic body indicators. So these are any location signals found within the email body itself. Again, things like phone numbers, country codes, signature details, top-level domain patterns, or references to regional events or locations. Below that, you're going to see the strongest regional indicator. Now, this is the single most decisive geographic signal that the system was able to identify. Next here, you'll see this confidence score, and this is a bar that turns green as confidence increases with a full breakdown of the number and type of signals that contributed to this score shown just beneath it here. A high confidence score backed by multiple independent signals should be treated as significantly more reliable than a high confidence score built on a single indicator. Mesher shows you both so you can judge accordingly. And below that, you'll find a plain English geographic summary for both sender and receiver. This is a clear, readable explanation of what the system found and how confident it is in those findings. Now, the center section here deserves its own moment. Now, in a raw email header, routing reads from bottom to top, the opposite of how humans naturally process information. There's also no visual distinction here between the infrastructure that was controlled by the sender and the infrastructure that was controlled by the receiver. For anyone who's tried to manually trace an email's routing path, you know how disorienting this can be. Now, Mesher solves both of these problems. The hop flow translates routing data into a left to right visual, the direction that we naturally read, and it color codes each hop so you can immediately distinguish sender side infrastructure from receiver side infrastructure. The handoff point between the two systems becomes instantly visible. Now, each hop is represented by a small pill element showing two pieces of information: a 2-letter country code indicating where that infrastructure is located, and a short provider code identifying the infrastructure itself. So for example, Goog for Google or MSFT for Microsoft. While the system is resolving infrastructure details, you may briefly see a pending indicator or 3 dots, so just give it a moment, as location and identifying infrastructure isn't always instantaneous, but the system is working on it, so just hold tight. Now, no other email forensics tool uses AI-powered geolocation agents to trace both sender and receiver geography the way that Mesher does. Most tools stop at IP lookup. Mesher goes further, analyzing routing infrastructure, hostname patterns, language, time zone signals, regional spelling, and much more. And then it summarizes all of this into a single confidence scored geographic picture. When a confirmed IP address is present, you'll know. When the system is working from softer signals, you'll know that too, along with exactly which signals it used and how much weight to give them. That's the difference between a header parser and a forensics engine. So if you don't already have a Mesher account, head over to Mesher 1 and start your free trial today. Okay, that's all I have for you. I hope to see you over in the next one.